Scrappers, it's Cynthia. I am back again with a Kat Scrappiness design team project, and for this project I'm going to be using two main items. The first one is the brand new Kat Scrappiness Crafters Essentials for Fall die set, and this die set is very amazing, and you're definitely going to want to invest in one of these because it's not very expensive and there's a lot of really great pieces in it. So what I've done here is gone ahead and pre-cut some of the pieces that I'm going to be using for this project, and I cut the moon die with a piece of yellow, and the other items I just cut out of a nice heavyweight black cardstock. And I cut a couple bats. I actually cut two sections of fence because I'm not exactly sure what my layout is going to look like, so I wanted to have some options. And I'm going to be using this black banner piece here for my sentiment. And then for the stamp set that I'll be using, I am using the Toil and Trouble layered stamp set with matching dies, also from Kat Scrappiness. And I've gone ahead and done some layered stamping and made this beautiful kitty, and I gave her some gorgeous green eyes. And I'm also going to be using the Happy Halloween sentiment from this stamp set, and this item is still available in her shop under the Kat Scrappiness stamp sets, so you will see that, and it is available for shipping right now. So let's go ahead and do some card preparation. So one of the first things that I want to do is do a little bit of sponging on my moon. So I'm taking my Memento Tuxedo Black Dewdrop ink pad, and I'm just going to go ahead and smudge the edges of this piece with some nice dark. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want my little scene to definitely have kind of a creepier Halloween night feel to it. So I don't want my moon to be too bright and happy. And there are just so many different options when you're doing a card like this. So really you can absolutely just go crazy with the different effects and different colors for your sky. You can have a really gorgeous fiery red and orange sky. You can go very, very dark. You can make it blues, purples, different shades of gray. You can really, really have fun when you're doing something that's supposed to be a little bit creepy. So even if you're not into Halloween, you should just play around and make a few cards or a few projects like this, and you might realize that you actually love it. So I'm going to go ahead and set these aside because I may want to do some more of that. I don't know yet, but see what I mean by now my moon kind of fits in just a little better with these dark images. So the next step is I'm going to go ahead and just take care of my sentiment now. I'll set these pieces aside. And in order to show up really well on the black, I'm going to be using my, here it is, my Hero Arts white embossing powder, which is one of my very favorite white embossing powders because it melts really beautifully and it's nice and thick. Alright, so I've gone ahead and cut myself a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of some Nina Solar White cardstock, and I'm going to be doing some ink blending on this with some Distress Oxides. So the first thing I want to do is, I know that my moon is going to be about right there on my final piece. So I am going to have this portion be the lightest spot in my sky because of course the moon is going to be giving off some light and a nice glow. So I've got hickory smoke, I've got faded jeans, I have blueprint sketch, and I also have black soot. So with these 4 colors I am going to create my sky. And I'm going to be, how should I say this? I'm never perfect with my blending, so you'll just have to kind of bear with me, and let's hope that this turns out the way I'm imagining. I am going to take my time and do this the very best that I can. So let me go ahead and I will turn on some music and speed this up and go ahead and start ink blending. All right, so that is how my background turned out, and I think it turned out really, really cute. And it might be hard to see in the video, but there's some lovely little pinprick water droplets here, and that really helps it look like kind of a starry sky. And then for my ground piece, I just am cutting this nice piece of jelly bean green cardstock, and I kind of put some pencil ticks to let me know generally the depth I want. And I'm just going to kind of, you know, work my scissors around, kind of giving a little bit of topography feeling to it. Nothing too crazy, but just something better than a perfect arch or a straight line. So you can see right there, there's just a little hint of movement in that edge. So now I'm going to take the black soot again, and just as before, I'm going to give the edge of this little grass piece some nice darkness. Oh wow, that looks so nice. But see how nice that is just by darkening it a little bit with the Distress Oxide? It's definitely fitting the whole dark and creepy tone that I'm trying to create. All right, so I went ahead and did a little bit of assembly. I just put the grass flat down, the moon flat down to my card, and then the tree flat down as well. And for my sentiment strip, I went ahead and trimmed off one edge of it, and I'm going to pop this up on a little bit of foam tape, and I will run this across the upper portion of the card. And then I have my little fence piece here, and I went ahead and put some very thin strips of foam tape on the back of the fence. And I'm not sure if I want to put the fence here or over here. I think I'm going to put it here so that it kind of balances the card. So now I'm taking two of the bats, and I popped up one of them on a little bit of foam. And I'm trying to decide, I don't want things to look too crowded, but I absolutely wanted to include some bats. So I'm just gonna totally, as lightly as I can, I'm setting him down so he doesn't really stick permanently yet. And then this little guy might be about here. I think that looks okay. Whoops, oh gracious, I apologize for that. Now I just have a typical A2 side folding card base here, and my last step is to go ahead and attach this. All right, and there is my finished card. Well, I am really pleased with the way this turned out. I think it's super sweet. You'll notice that I did not add the cat, and the only reason that I didn't include her is that I still could officially pop her up over in the corner. What do you guys think? Maybe I'll do that because I promised I would use the kitty. And again, you can do whatever you would like on your card. You could put some trick-or-treaters. You could put anything that you wanted to, any arrangement. And especially if you were doing like a scrapbook layout, then you'd have even more room to really create an elaborate scene. So don't forget that all of these stamps and dies lend themselves to scrapbooking as well as card making. So don't feel like if you only scrapbook, you can't use these, because that is not the case. There you go. Now the kitty's there. Yay! So this is now my final card project, and either with the cat or without, I think this is super cute. So I hope that you enjoyed following along with this today. Both the stamp set and the set of dies are in Kat's shop right now. I've included links down below for you to do your shopping. And also don't forget to enter coupon code Cynthia10 when you're checking out, and you will receive 10% off your entire purchase. So not only is the pricing excellent anyway, but now you're going to get an additional 10%. So please be sure to take advantage of that. So thank you guys for joining me today. I hope that you all have a very happy and safe Halloween, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye-bye.